Once one of the world's most evil villains, Victor Von Doom, has a change of allegiance and assumes a new identity as the tech-powered hero Iron Man. Welcome Doombots, and today we are going to be talking about infamous Iron Man. And I am super excited for this. We're going to do a full breakdown of the character Infamous Iron Man when Dr. Doom became Iron Man, and we're gonna follow that up by unboxing this very dope Marvel Legends figure. If you only want to see the unboxing, that's fine. There are time codes below. But that being said, let's get right into the video.
Dr. Doom loves DVDs. He's got a big fat closet filled with LPs.
We will break down how and why Dr. Doom became Iron Man. But first, we must lay some groundwork. Go back to the beginning, all the way in 1961. Fantastic Four issue 1. The release of Fantastic Four was an unexpected success. Stan Lee had felt ready to leave comics behind, but the positive response he got from the Fantastic Four comics persuaded him to stay. On the 5th of July 1962, Dr. Doom would be introduced in the 5th issue of Fantastic Four, boldly featured on the cover art. It's on page 4 of this issue of Fantastic Four that we get our first insight into the origin of Dr. Doom. Fantastic Four, heed my words. This is Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom? Who? What is he? That voice. I recognize it, but I thought he was dead. Years ago in my college days, there was a student named Victor Von Doom who was fascinated by sorcery and black magic. I, Von Doom, have mastered the mystic rites. He was a brilliant science student, but he was only interested in forbidden experiments. This is mad, Von Doom. Why do you keep trying to contact the netherworld? Silence! Just do as you are told. One night, the evil genius went too far, as he brought forth powers which even he could not control. What was that? It came from Von Doom's dormitory, they said as it exploded. He managed to escape with his life, although his face was badly disfigured. And then, Von Doom, I'm expelling you from this school before you cause greater harm to yourself or to others. And so he left. When last heard of, he was prowling the wastelands of Tibet, still seeking forbidden secrets of black magic and sorcery. And now the sinister genius is hovering above us. This well could be a prelude to the most dangerous adventure of our career. Must read. It's in this issue that you learn about Victor Von Doom's scarred face, which he got after the explosion. It wouldn't be until 2015 and 16 Secret Wars Victor Von Doom's face would be horribly scarred. This book is truly doomtastic and you should really read it. It's one of my favorite Dr. Doom books. It's also the comic where Dr. Doom gets his God Emperor outfit. In Secret Wars, the universe is destroyed by incursions, and there's only one person who is holding what's rest of it together, God Emperor Dr. Doom. The conclusion of Secret Wars is, of course, a fight between Reed Richards and Dr. Doom for this almighty power. Sadly, in the end, Reed Richards wins together with his family, restoring the universe to how it was before this gigantic battle world where Dr. Doom was the lord of everything.
Power was passed on to Reed Richards. That what Reed Richards did is what he believed Dr. Doom should have done the entire time. The difference is that Dr. Doom made himself a king, right? He made a kingdom unto himself. What Reed Richards believed should have been done is that it should have been recreated.
The last 2 pages of Secret Wars show you that Victor Von Doom is a totally different person than he was at the beginning of this comic run. Even though I'm reading this for you, I'm still telling you, you have to read this yourself. The last 2 pages of Secret Wars take place in Latveria. Dr. Doom is standing on a balcony of his Castle Doom, overlooking Doomstad, and while he's talking to himself, he's removing his mask. And he says the following: I had some help, and that help bought me just enough time to fix so many things I've been wrong about. I learned that the difference between living and dying is managing fear, not being so afraid of losing the things you love that you hold them too tight. I used to believe in universal contraction, entropy, and the end of all things. Well, I've changed my mind. I'm letting go, because now I believe in expansion. I believe we endure. Don't you see? Everything lives. So in these pages, Victor Von Doom promises to himself to be a better person. He gets a really big grin and starts laughing. And basically he says that he's choosing to be positive. A different way of doing things forward. So by the end of Secret Wars, Doctor Doom is not anymore power hungry. He's looking for a higher purpose. Doctor Doom wants to change and he wants to make more of a positive impact in his life. And I think that's really beautiful because Victor Von Doom has always been a person who has tried to make the world a better place in his own way. Now he's trying to do that from a different perspective. And that's what Infamous Iron Man is all about. It's about a person who might have made some bad judgment calls trying to do good. It's about second chances. This is also reiterated in the last words that Dr. Doom speaks in Secret Wars, where he says, "Don't you see? Everything lives."
But Reed, he has decided to let go of everything. Anger, fear, and grudges. And to show that he's done this, he sent Doom home and fixed his face.
That's obscene, he loves his stuff. His lady told him stop collecting Funko Pops.
So now we know where Dr. Doom was right before he became Infamous Iron Man. But now we have to talk about what happened to Tony Stark so that there was no Iron Man anymore. The year after Secret Wars, Marvel started publishing Civil War 2, a sequel to the highly critically acclaimed Civil War comic. This story sees Iron Man face off against Captain Marvel. And Iron Man is just trying to stop her from arresting a kid, a teenager, Miles Morales.
This stupid glow stick comes out of the sky's butthole to arrest Miles, but was shocked to see that he was being protected by none other than Iron Man in a War Machine Captain Marvel buster. And they begin this brutal brawl.
In the heat of the battle, Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, punches Iron Man so hard, Tony Stark's entire armor explodes, dies mid-air from the power of her punch. Like, what? You do know nothing? He has a really great video about this. I probably used one of his clips. But yeah, that's a great video. I also recommend you check that one out. Oh, imagine if that would happen in the MCU. Carol Danvers shows up, punches Robert Downey Jr. so hard, he dies. That would be... everybody would like lose their shit. They could never do this. Like, we are living in the right timeline because they did not make this movie, okay? I'm happy that we got Quantumania and we did not get Civil War 2 because Civil War 2 would have been some stinky bull. It would have been stinky as hell. But now we are where we have to be for this storyline because Tony Stark is dead, which means there is no Iron Man anymore. And Victor Von Doom has made the promise to himself that he wants to become a hero. He wants to become a better man. So now we finally get to...
Drop this up and leave a like. If you do, everything is gonna be alright. If you do, you and the bot gonna be tight.
Now finally we get to Infamous Iron Man, a series that ran from October 2016 until September 2017, spanning 12 issues. The series was created by Brian Michael Bendis and drawn by artist Alex Maleev. The first issue was released to reasonable success as it sold more than 70,000 copies in its first month. It was well received by critics and fans alike. The plot takes directly place after the events of Civil War 2. Victor Von Doom visits Tony Stark's lab where he reveals to Tony Stark's AI, because it turns out that he uploaded a version of his consciousness to AI. Dr. Doom, still being Dr. Doom, goes to this AI and tells him he will be taking up the mantle of Iron Man. When Tony Stark's AI reveals to him that he does not want him to do it, Dr. Doom basically tells him he does not care because he is going to do what needs to be done. So even though he is a changed person, he's still Dr. Doom and he doesn't take orders from no one. Sorry, Tony. I watched both Infamous Iron Man videos from Comics Explained and they were really great. If I ever get the chance to, I will most definitely try to get my hands on a paperback because I would love to read those 12 issues. There's a lot of really cool moments in the storyline. Ben Grimm is following Dr. Doom around and trying to stop him. Everybody's very cautious and they don't really trust Dr. Doom even though he tells them that he's trying to do good. And there's this crazy revelation that Dr. Doom's mother is back from the dead, or at least there is a storyline before where Dr. Doom and Doctor Strange save Victor Von Doom's mother from Mephisto. They save her from hell and her soul is supposed to be free free and she should be in heaven, but she returns back on Earth, as well as an alternate version of Reed Richards. But by the end of the story, spoilers here, I've been spoiling everything so far, but if you're watching this video, you probably want to know this. It turns out that it's actually not Dr. Doom's mother, it's not Cynthia Von Doom, and it's not Reed Richards, just Mephisto. It's basically just Mephisto f***ing with Dr. Doom. And it's just what he says, like, even though you're a good guy now, Doom, I'm gonna still be with your head. So yeah, that's Mephisto being a dickhead. And after Dr. Doom and Doctor Strange together once again defeat Mephisto, all the other heroes see that Dr. Doom is really trying to become a hero and a good guy, and they're like, okay, you know what, Dr. Doom, you're not that bad, we'll accept you as infamous Iron Man. Later, Tony Stark put his AI body back into his conscious and he took over the mantle of Iron Man again. Everything I told you so far is the reason why we have this amazing figure of infamous Iron Man. So quick details about this figure. It's a direct follow-up after Secret Wars, so this was the figure that they had before this one. And if you guys want me to unbox this one, I will be unboxing this at my 1000 subscribers special. But now it's time that we put our full attention onto this figure. This is a canon version. Dr. Doom becoming Iron Man in the comics. It happened in 2016 until 2017. And he made some appearances in some video games. But the amount of figures, because he hasn't made that many appearances, is limited. This Marvel Legends figure, for me, cost me around 57 with shipping. I got this one second hand at Vinted. And I thought I got an okay deal. I saw this figure and I was like, Dr. Doom becomes Iron Man. I have to have this figure. So if you're a Dr. Doom collector who is really looking forward to the new Avengers Doomsday movie, this is probably a figure you want to pick up. This is the only Marvel Legends figure of infamous Iron Man. I do know that there is also a Funko Pop of this, and that Funko Pop is going crazy right now. I've seen people selling that Funko Pop for around 300 bucks.
It's not always about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets, baby. Love the Mets. All right, baby. Let's go. Get a home run, baby. Love the Mets. Let's go, Mets.
It's the basic box here in the back. This figure comes with some nice accessories. You have a Dr. Doom with the healed face that he got at the end of Secret Wars. Yeah, it just looks really cool. I also like the fluorescent parts he gets. And I'm really excited to open this thing. Dr. Doom's healed face. I think this figure looks pretty dope. The cape is a little bit flimsy because you like have to smooch it. You have to like push it a little bit in the back. So this cape is, would have preferred myself, it would have been a little bit more like the cape from the Marvel Select Dr. Doom, which is like literally a cowl that you put over the figure, but maybe that wouldn't have looked exactly design wise. But yeah, if you move a little bit around with the arms and stuff, I think eventually the cape will fall off. Okay, but now let's look at the articulation of this figure, but not too much movement. It just goes all the way around, but it's a little bit stiff here. You have a little bit of movement right here, but not all too much. Move all the way around. I really like the back of this figure, the spine of it. I think it looks really dope. There's a lot of like really cool little details that are comic accurate. Looking specifically at the green paint all over the figure. I think this is exactly how it was looking. Let me get this light. Looking in the comic with the Iron Man base, but then also some green painted around it. And overall, I think this is a very nice looking figure. The face sculpt also looks really dope with the green eyes. And yeah, I just really like the look of this. A little bit of the Iron Man butt cheeks. Dr. Doom Iron Man butt cheeks. So yeah, the articulation of the arms, double jointed elbows, the head, just move all around. This cowl is not, you're not really able to make this loose. You can change the hands. Here you have also some green, I think those are stickers. Yeah, they look like stickers. They're not painted on. They have like stickers all around the figure. I would have preferred to paint, me personally. You have a little leg swivel right here. Double jointed elbows. Of course, you got the hip rotation. And the beautiful ankle pivot. That makes it so that your figure, you know, can pose stable. The figure also comes with all of these accessories. Let me check this one out. Oh yeah, this looks really dope. Looks like he's shooting a pink beam. And these, I don't know how these work exactly, but maybe you just put the arm in there, and then it looks like he is doing some crazy wizard stuff. Yeah, it looks good. I'm very interested on how this one will look on here. It's a really nicely sculpted face. I don't think this is a reused face, so I think they did a good job on this one. I don't know, it looks kind of big though. The face looks a little bit big on the sculpt, but it has some really nice paint details on the hair. Overall, yeah, I really like the way this figure looks, how it came out. For me personally, this figure is most definitely a must-have. What this figure represents to me is more important than like how the figure is itself. Of course, it looks really comic accurate, but I just love the story of Dr. Doom just growing as a personality and turning a new leaf. I just love what this figure represents. This figure stands around 17 centimeters tall. I don't know why. Maybe one of you can explain why this Marvel Legends Kang is a lot smaller. But to end this video out, I would like to end by reading comments. On my last unboxing video, Thorsten Hoffman 3023 commented. Thorsten Hoffman 3023 says the following. I commented on your video on the channel Straight Outta Latveria before I really knew about your reviews. I, for myself, am a big collector of Funko Pops, mostly some of Riddler or Joker from DC Comics, but also lots of Marvel Pops. As of now, I don't own one of Doom, but I hope I get one. Maybe when Funko makes the RDJ version of Doom. Liking your video so far. Thank you so much, Thorsten Hoffman. I really appreciate it. It's really dope that you're collecting Riddler and Joker. Those are both amazing characters. So you have chosen two characters that have so many different variables to collect. And yeah, I commend you for sticking to those characters. I would like to broaden my Doctor Doom collection. And I also like to be specific, but the thing about collecting specific figures is this. There is so much good stuff out there. So guys, I hope that you really liked this new version of toy unboxings where I first deeper into the character which I am unboxing. I have a bunch of really dope figures coming in the future. I'd like to give every single figure which I unbox the special treatment it deserves. And right now, I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek before the video ends, okay? Marvel Legends Spider-Man Retro Card Figure. And I am so excited. Because that means I'm going to be diving into the history of Venom. Doombot out. Have a great day. Namaste.
Hello, it's me, Mr. Skeleton, and I'm telling you to
Subscribe.